Hello. Hi, guys. It's Katie. Hello, we're live. Are we good? Let's make sure we're all good. Michelle, my bell. Can you hear me? Just want to make sure my earpods. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, I see the hearts. Okay, awesome. Yay! Hi, guys. Good morning. I just got out of the shower, feeling fresh. Hi, everyone. It's so nice to see you. Happy December 21st. So many things are happening on this December 21st. Saturn is kissing Jupiter. It's winter solstice. I might have given you exactly what you asked for months and months and months. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, this morning at 6 a.m., I put out the music video for It's Not the End of the World, starring my friend Zoe Deschanel. That's right. She's my doppelganger, and we have a long history of twinning. And we're going to have a chat in a couple minutes. And then after that chat, stay on this live because we are going to do a meditation with my great friend Bob Roth from the David Lynch Foundation. And I think we all need a little moment to unplug. If you watch the music video, which I would encourage you to, it's out now. It's called It's Not the End of the World. At the end of it, spoiler alert, we unplug the internet. And we can't do that, but we can hit reset on our very overwhelmed brains. I don't know about you, but if any of you guys are suffering from depression or anxiety at this moment, I understand because I am challenged with that sometimes as well. And one thing I do to keep it at bay that really helps is meditation. So we're going to do a group meditation. But before we do that, I'm going to just look at the comments for a second and answer any little questions, maybe one or two, and then I'm going to invite my friend Zoe Deschanel, the star of the music video It's Not the End of the World, to join the live. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, aesthetic. Hi, everyone. Hi, Katy Cats. I hope you're okay. I know it's a crazy year, right? Hello from Brazil. Of course. All right. Well, I feel like we should just jump right in, right? Let's jump. Hi, Bradford Elton Cobb III. Yes, I'll be saving this live for later, so you can watch it if you want. And we're going to talk a little bit with my friend Zoe Deschanel right now, who is waiting. Let's get her on the line. Michelle, help me with this. So I just pushed this, right? Or this. I think it's that one.
Yes, and then search Zoe.
Okay, awesome. I've been doing Zooms instead of Instagram Lives. There we go, Zoe. All right, let's go live with Zoe Deschanel.
This is going to be so fun.
Hi!
Oh
so
my
pretty.
gosh!
How are you?
Hello, my queen. It's like looking in a mirror.
I know. Except you're cuter.
No, you're cuter.
No, you
Oh
are.
my gosh. Well, first
How
of all,
are
happy
you?
happy
Happy
holidays.
holiday.
It looks like
Happy
it
holidays.
looks like you it look it, look, it looks like you've got all of your decorations up. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I have a boyfriend that's good at decorating, and he
Right.
did this for me. So.
Oh, well, thank you, boyfriend. Thank you. There's always a great man behind a great woman.
That's right. Agreed.
Zoe, thank you for joining my live and
My
for
pleasure.
first and foremost, like, way to step in. Okay, I gotta just say, guys, we put out a music video this morning at 6 a.m. for It's Not the End of the World, and Zoe is starring in it and basically saving Earth. And we filmed this about, what, 4 months ago or 5?
Time doesn't mean anything to me
Time is a
anymore.
construct, and I have baby brain.
I have 2 kids that are 3 and 5, and I still have baby brain. So
Right.
doesn't
No,
go away.
we definitely filmed it like 2.5, 3 months ago because
yeah.
I had just had Daisy.
Yeah.
And I was not working. I was like, feeding around the clock. I did not leave the house. That's what happens when you're a new mom in the very beginning, and then you find your rhythm. And so I really wanted to make a music video for this song because all of my fans were requesting it over and over. And they're like, we want the music video. Give us the video. Give us the video. And I was like, well, I just gave birth. And when you give birth, tell me how it is to work. It's a lot to find that balance. And so I called you up, and I had this idea that Zoe would step in while I was taking a little bit of a leave. Obviously, being a mother of 2, you know exactly how it feels. And I was like, what a great chance, because for so long we've had this, funny relationship, friendship, but obviously, like, people think we look alike, right?
Oh yeah. No, I've had like full conversations with people where they thought I was you, and they're like, I loved your show, and I thought, like, I was like, oh, okay, I guess they saw a She and Him show, and then at the end they're like, all right, Katy, nice to meet you, and I'm like, oh, they thought it was Katy. That was hilarious. So I've had a lot of a lot of those like funny moments. So it was actually fun that we could work together and kind of like,
And
make fun of it ourselves.
Yeah, we have the last laugh for sure.
That's right.
Right? So, like, when I moved to LA, maybe 18 years ago, I remember, a lot of my fans have photos, and my black hair, and we took a photo one time together that has been on the internet, referenced a couple of times. But I have to admit something, Zoe. When I came to LA, I was pretty much a nobody, and you were like just getting so huge at that time. It was like Zoe Deschanel ran the world at that particular moment. Your star was really like, it was
maybe the indie world.
Well, I mean, you have always been everything to me, but in that moment, I was so like complimented to, look like you. But I have to admit something to you on a live, that when I first got to LA, I went to the club a lot, and I wanted to get into the club, and I had no money, and I had no clout, I had nothing, and sometimes I would pose as you to get into the club.
Well, I know this because people were like, I saw you.
No!
Like, I was such a goody two shoes, and people kept going like, I saw you out. Like, I made eye contact with you, and I was like, no. And then everybody kept telling me about this girl, Katy, who looks just like you, and I'm like, who is this Katy? And then when I met you, I was so relieved because you're so pretty, and I was like, oh, thank God. She's so pretty. I was like, it's like, you never know when people say you look like somebody, like what they're going to look like. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. Like, thank you. Compliment.
Okay. But let's be honest. I got pretty like crunk in the club. I was a wild child. I mean, when I moved to LA when I was 17 years old, from 17 till about 23, when I Kissed a Girl came out, I was turned up to 11 at the club, throwing things. No, I was just like acting like any
Those are like
20-year-old would
college
be at the
years.
club.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my college years. Exactly. I didn't go to college. So I'm sorry if I misrepresented you. I wanted to say that
It's a
now
compliment.
be-
It's a compliment.
because I also know that some people would call me Foey, which is a fake Zoe.
Well, now I'm
And
Fady in this
no,
video.
I'm Foey. And you're Fady in this video. Yes. So years later, we decided to come together. Zoe stepped in and showed up while I was on maternity leave, let's say, actually.
But you
And
still, I'm gonna say you still like were so involved, and you came to set and you did like your own cameo in the video. You were checking up the whole time. Like, I was just so impressed with your work ethic and how like committed you are to like all of the content you put out and everything. Because like, oh my God, your team, everybody was amazing. From
thank you.
like everybody was absolutely amazing. It was so cool to see, and the directors of this video were so incredible. And let me just say, every single actor playing an alien in this was so on point. We're all so
on point. Yeah.
I was so impressed.
And the video is directed by this group called Similar But Different. And we shot it in one day, which was really fun. It was like the longest day ever for you. I came in, like you said, I was just going to come in and like make sure that everything, you can only do so much from Zoom and from conference calls, right?
Yeah.
And so I wanted to come in and just like put my fingerprint on it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm between feeds. I guess I can just shoot this one little cameo. So I was, using the baby carriage and shooting the cameo. And then you took on the whole thing. And I mean, my favorite part is definitely like when you say, no, I'm Zoe, when you get taken up into the spaceship. And I love that ultimately you play along so that you can help save Earth. And then you got into this incredible costume that looks like Saturn.
Which I don't know,
of the Great
which
Conjunction.
is such an amazing costume. I don't know like how you walk in these like pop star outfits. I was like, they put it on me and I was like, oh my God, no. Like they measured me for it and everything beforehand. And then when they put it on me, I was like, oh my God, I can't walk in this. And I had like crazy high heels. And I was like, I don't know. This is such an amazing feat that Katy can walk in these heels and these clothes. Like, so props to you. How did you learn to do that?
We all try and, balance the world on a stiletto. So
that's
every woman is always doing the most and making it look easy. And isn't that the trick?
Yeah, I think at a certain point I was just like, I'm wearing flats. And since that
that was my whole tour.
I was like, I don't care if my legs look longer. I'm just gonna wear flat shoes.
Exactly. It was awesome. I want to take a couple of fan questions while you're on, if that's okay.
Great. Of course.
If anybody wants to ask a question about It's Not the End of the World, I have my friend and the great Zoe Deschanel on right now. I'm Katy Perry, obviously, and we're talking about the music video that just dropped at 6 a.m. Check it out if you haven't seen it. If anyone has any questions, I am looking at the comments right now.
So many hearts.
Lots of hearts. I was just going to say that someone asked earlier, what's the meaning behind It's Not the End of the World? And the meaning behind, I mean, it is what you make of it, but really it's about probably, for me, this time, how it feels somewhat overwhelming and how we forget to disconnect. And sometimes we need to just unplug our phones. I mean, ironically, we're on our phones right now, right? But sometimes we just need to put our feet in the grass and we need to find balance and kind of come off of our devices and enjoy Mother Nature and all this beauty that she's given us, and take pause. And You know, for me, the song "It's Not the End of the World" is about being able to see something in two ways. One, it could feel like the end of the world, or two, is there an opportunity here when it does feel like the end of the world? And what do you see? What do you see? Because there's two sides of a coin. So that's really what the music video is. And basically, you know, the aliens decided to pick up Katy Perry and found Zoe Deschanel, who did a fantastic job at saving the earth and unplugging everyone and getting back to the basics, I guess. That's my take on it.
I love
Any
it.
other questions?
Some people were asking, I was looking at the comments while you were talking.
Oh,
Some
great.
people were asking about being a mom and balancing work. And then I forgot. Oh, and then people were asking about your daughter.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, Zoe, you could probably start and I'll finish up what it's like to be a mom and balance the work. Because I remember when you came to set, you showed me a picture of your kids and
you
they're
FaceTime
so
them.
sweet. I FaceTime them.
You
They were
FaceTime
playing with
them, yeah.
dinosaurs.
They don't know like who any famous people are, and then I said your name, and then Elsie, my daughter, goes, "Who's Kitty Berry?" And I was like, "Oh my God, that's the best name!" But they loved you. Like you were so sweet with them. Yeah, no, man, I took both my kids to work with me for the first year, and it was hard, but it was also, you know, it's so rewarding to just, you know, be able to, you know, work and take care of your kids, like, and not feel like one is neglected. It's always just about finding that balance, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think children are the greatest gift that you could ever be given. And you know, I've had the opportunity to see the world and to, you know, live a nice lifestyle from all the hard work and so forth, and have access and yada yada. And the best thing in the world, hands down, is children. And now that I know that, it's like my heart is so full. In the past, I've had an interesting relationship with love. And, you know, I've always been on the search for love. And when my daughter was born, it was like all the love that I ever lost came rushing back to me. And it made my heart really whole. And now, you know, of course, I am also a boss ass bitch. And I am, you know, excited to continually bring my message to the fans and to the Katy Cats who've, you know, been around forever. But my daughter is the most important thing. She's the most important thing, hands down. And like you said, it's all about finding a balance. But good thing is, I have always been a fantastic juggler. And now I just don't spend time on things that are unnecessary. I'm either going to, you know, create a fantastic music video with you, Zoe, and not be scrolling, you know, all day, or the shopping or the da, 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 da. I don't need any of that because I have my dogs now. You know, it's like you really kind of put everything else outside. You don't need it, and you get even more laser focused. And I think becoming a mother makes you a superhuman.
Totally true. And then it totally allows you to prioritize, because again, like there are those things that are not necessary. And for me, like, again, my kids come first, and it was always like making it home so that I could have quality time with them.
That's what it's about. It's about quality time. It's about dinner. It's about
bath time.
Bath time. Oh my
gosh.
Yeah. I mean, my
So
baby
cute.
is like, you know, she's just goo-gooing and gagaing, and it's amazing. And so I'm just so grateful that you stepped in during this time. For me, it was
really fun. It was really fun. And the song is so good and so catchy. I have it in my head right now. So good.
She became the pop star at the very end.
Tried.
She was singing the
I had
lyrics.
10 minutes to shoot that, by the way. I had 10 minutes and they were like, do the choreography. I'm like, I can't walk in this dress.
Live a day in my life, Zoe Deschanel. Live a
It was
day in my
amazing.
life.
I have so much appreciation for you.
Well, you know, I think we it was a joint effort, and I love you and I appreciate
love
you. And
you.
thanks for stepping in for me as a mother. That
pleasure.
meant everything.
I was
And
so
I'm
happy
gonna go and lead a little meditation.
Great. I love it.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye.
Thanks, Zoe. Bye. I love you. All right, guys, we're still on. That was awesome. I'm going to take a couple more questions and then I'm going to take a couple more questions. Why not? I'm feeling like a little old. So I'm like, where can I have I am a little old. I'm going to do it right now, guys. I'm going to put a filter on. Ooh. Ooh, I love this. Wait. Oh, I don't use Instagram. I'm not on social media as much anymore. Oh, that's nice. Wow. I feel like I just like gained a couple of years. But you know what? That's also fake. So let's go back to all natural. Okay, guys. I'm back. I have a ring light. I think that helps. I've got some side light. I've got a shoulder out. If you're just joining us now, welcome. I put out a music video at 6 a.m. I'm encouraging you to check it out. It's called It's Not the End of the World, and it's starring my friend that was just on, Zoe Deschanel. She's amazing. She stepped in for me on maternity leave of sorts. And what I want to go into next is I'm going to answer some questions. If you guys are leaving any in the comments, I'm reading them now. Thanks. You know, I don't get the 10 hours I used to get when before I had a baby. Now I'm like averaging about like 6 hours, 7 hours. So yeah. I'm reading the comments. I love you too. Thank you. Sometimes I feel insecure because I'm tired. And someone said, give green aliens a chance. I'm into that. I think they're talking about the It's Not the End of the World music video. And I'm going to go live in about 2 minutes. Hi, Johnny Woojack. I love seeing my friends on here. It's sad sometimes when you don't get to see your friends, especially right now. All right, so does anyone know that today actually is what they call the Great Conjunction? It's where Saturn gets really close to Jupiter, almost like it's kissing it. It looks like that. And it's a wonderful time in the stars. And to do that, and it's also winter solstice. So it's definitely the start of winter around here. And to do that, I wanted to do a group meditation. I have been meditating for a while, for about 10 years, and it's changed my life. But I wanted to add my friend Bob Ross, who taught me to meditate in India 10 years ago. And we'll all do a meditation together because I have a feeling that some of us, myself included, suffer from a little anxiety and or depression. To me, anxiety and depression, since I have been through both of them, they seem to be really connected. One's the high high and one's the low low. And, you know, before I had been, in the past, I had been depressed. And then sometimes I can be just overwhelmed, which causes anxiety in my life, and definitely flares up my OCD. I don't know if anyone has that or is challenged with that, but sometimes I'll make a joke about it and I'll say, I don't have OCD, I have CDO because I like the letters in alphabetical order. So it's a way for me to control, and I'm definitely working on that and trying to let go of control. And the way that I let go of control is through meditation and prayer. But meditation for me is like very science-based. And so I wanted to give that as an end of year gift to you guys, my friends, my Katy cats. So if you want to meditate, why don't you get in a comfy, cozy spot wherever you're at, maybe a quiet place so we can get into it for 5 minutes. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to add my friend while you guys are getting into a comfy, cozy, quiet spot. I'm going to add my friend, Bob Roth. I'm going to get into a good position. And yes, let's add Bob Ross. Yeah. Okay. Katy Cat forever. All right. I love you and you make me happy. Thank you for saying the video was cool. Check it out, guys. It's out now. And I have requested Bob Roth from the David Lynch Foundation. He's coming on in a second, and we're going to get ready to do a meditation. Oh, Katy Perry Rares, hi. Do you have any ideas for Smile World Tour when it's safe? Yes. I hope, well, not I hope. Oh, we're going to add them again. But just to answer your question, I will definitely have something for you to enjoy by the end of next year. Let's see. I'm requesting them one more time. Someone said release high on your supply. Sure. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Let's just get through 2020, guys. It's been a lot. It's been a lot, right? Daisy is doing great. Thank you so much for all of your love and your prayers. She is the light of my life. She's my angel, and my heart is full. Michelle, it says waiting for David Lynch Foundation, but I don't know if they are on.
Yeah, they said just that he had signed into the wrong account earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, patience. It's a virtue. Let's do it. Oh my God, yes. I'll answer a couple other questions while I wait to do a meditate. I missed you. I want to when I was gonna say oh, my necklace. Thank you. Oh, hi. Hi,
Hi.
Bob Ross.
Okay, I have to say something first.
Okay, well, let me introduce you
All
first.
right. Okay. Okay.
Okay, just 1 second. Everyone, this is Bob Roth, who taught me to meditate 10 years ago in India, and he's going to be teaching us something in a couple minutes. Go ahead, Bob, you have the floor.
So I've been listening. I love the song. I've been
Thank you.
wonderful interview with Zoe. I've known Katy for 10 years very well, and she is more beautiful today than you have ever been in your life. Honest,
Thank
honest.
you.
I'm a very honest person. If I, more beautiful, more radiant, kinder, more compassionate. Just rare in the world. So never say those things. Tired schmired people who love you,
Oh,
they see your heart. They see who you are. So I just had to say that, Katy Perry. You are an extraordinarily beautiful soul and woman.
thank
And
you.
I speak for everybody. I'm
Thank
speaking for
you.
everybody.
Thank you. Catherine accepts. Katy is still working on her self-love, but Catherine
Catherine can accept, and Katy also needs to know that
okay,
Bob
fine.
only speaks the truth. You're
Okay,
beautiful,
great.
beautiful woman. Okay, done.
Well, Bob, thank you so much for that. I just want to tell a little story. We met over 10 years ago when I was getting married to my first husband. I was 25 years old. It was 2 years, I think we had met before then, but before it was right around the time where Teenage Dream was coming out, or it had come out, and life was fast and furious, and it was just smacking me all over the face. And it was like I was hanging onto a rocket for dear life, and it was intense and beautiful, and it was all of the things, and I didn't know how to handle them because it was like going from an iPhone 6 to like an iPhone, what is it now? I don't know, 11 or
No, it's
12?
going from a dial-up to an it went from a dial-up to an iPhone.
Yeah,
Well,
it was going from a dial-up to an iPhone. And so I was just like, I don't know how my brain is going to handle all of this pressure and demand and excitement and enthusiasm. I I basically made a wish and I got everything I wished for. So be careful what you wish for, right? And of course, with the hard work and everything, it was just like it was a lot. So I was getting married in India, and as a present to myself and for my marriage at the time, I wanted to learn transcendental meditation. And you are the guy in the world. You've taught everyone. You've taught so many people I admire and look up to, like Oprah. You taught my friend Hugh Jackman and his wife, Deb, and just so many like amazing people know who Bob Roth is, and the David Lynch Foundation, which you are the head of the David Lynch Foundation. And if anyone doesn't know who David Lynch is, go and just check out his filmography. He's an incredible director, writer.
Twin Peaks. He's famous.
Twin Peaks,
Yeah.
yes. Man of mystery, but also man of meditation. It changed his life. And I'd like for you just to like tell me and the people that are watching a little bit about the David Lynch Foundation and what we're going to do today on this beautiful winter solstice.
Yes, the shortest day of the year for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere.
That's right.
And, it's amazing. In New York City, there'll be 5 hours and 40 minutes of daylight. And no, excuse me, 9 hours and 40 minutes of daylight. And during summer solstice, 15 hours. So 6 hour difference, 6 hour difference.
That's a lot. We should be hibernating and meditating.
That's right. And meditating.
Yes.
So the David Lynch Foundation was started about 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, to address a very real pandemic that affects all of us. And that is stress, trauma, anxiety, depression. And yes, medicines help, and yes, exercise helps, but we've lost sort of access with a field of quiet and equanimity and peace that lies naturally within every one of us. Like an ocean has choppy waves on the surface, but is silence at the depth. Our mind is active and creative and millions of things. You got Daisy and this song and then Orlando and we all have that. It's like choppy waves. But deep within every one of us, doesn't matter our religion, our age, our philosophy, it's there, field of silence, field of quiet. And we've lost access. And so TM is such a simple technique that just allows every human being, you can be a skeptic, it's great, doesn't matter, you don't have to believe in it, for the mind to settle down and feel that, experience that peace. And when that happens, your body gains a state of rest deeper than sleep. And all the hormones of anxiety and stress and worry get flushed out of your system. And as you know, it wakes up, you have beautiful description of your meditation, but it wakes up the creative networks in the brain. What was your description about that?
Well, so you taught us to meditate and taught me, and every time I go on tour,
I love that. I love that.
You teach my tour mate, you teach my dancers. We're always meditating about 2 hours before a show. But for me, when I learned, my mantra, and I investigated TM and I really wanted to learn, and you taught me, it was profound. Actually, I would say some of my best ideas, they come after a meditation. And when your mind is quiet, it's when you get that deep, deep rest. And so what happens when I meditate, I find a very quiet place in my room, as quiet as can be. And sometimes that's outside. It's wonderful to do in, the sunrise and the sunset. It's so beautiful because the sun isn't so harsh. So if you have a little patch of grass, or if you're in an apartment, you can do it on a couch or in your bed, sitting up, a chair, any chair will do. What happens to me is I do the meditation and it's 20 minutes long, and we're not going to do that particular meditation, but I do this meditation and it's 20 minutes long, and I start and I say my mantra, and there's all this stuff that comes, and it's just like, yes, it's like, you must do this, you must buy this, you have to do this, and Christmas, and Daisy, and Orlando, and the dogs, are they okay? Is there poop on the floor? And then it goes, and it's like all of that starts to clear away, and I get deeper. And what happens in my head is like a halo starts to go around of sorts, because I'm saying my mantra and there's this quiet that happens, this real deep sleep, because my dreams are like IMAX movies. And there's this deep sleep that happens in my brain where it feels like I'm reopening up neural pathways. It's like I'm pushing through dusty cobwebs in my neural pathways. And I feel like like I'm lighting up my whole head, and I'm wearing this halo of sorts, this halo of clarity. And that 20 minutes to me feels like I've had the deepest rest all day. It's like I check in with my body and it tells me, oh my gosh, you are so tired, or you're ready for the day. And that 20 minutes sometimes feel like I have found 2 hours on the clock, 2 extra hours on the clock. It's like I found 26 hours. And I stole 2 hours on the clock. And it makes listen, I got to tell you, Bob, it's the biggest thing I believe in, other than therapy or the Hoffman process. It changed my life. And when I started doing it, I had less anxiety, less depression, and more creativity, more rest. And I really felt calm. Like if I was, even if I was hungover, because I had been out at the club, I'd wake up, I'd meditate, and it would cure my hangover. I would be jet lagged, and it would cure my jet lag. I'd have anxiety, or I would be really moody sometimes, because when you have a lot on your plate, sometimes you can feel overwhelmed and then therefore have moods. And I would be moody, and I would say, I need to excuse myself for 20 minutes. And I would come back a completely changed person. So I can't encourage it more to all the people that are watching to investigate transcendental meditation. It's changed my life for the past 10 years and got me through.
You know, it's so beautiful the way you describe it. And every year as you meditate, you talk, it's more profound. And that is for people who think, well, meditation, what is that relevant to me? You know, I'm 16 or I'm 24, I'm a single mom, or I got millions of things to do. I don't have time to do meditation. Your answer to that would be?
You get more time on the clock.
Yeah.
You really do. And as a mother, by the way, as a mother, you definitely don't have time. I went from sleeping 10 hours to maybe 6, you know, like choppy. And so one of the things that's helped me the most as a mother is taking 20 minutes while Daisy's having a nap, meditating, even meditating in her room while she's napping. I find I get to steal 2 hours, you know, it just like, it gives me the deepest rest, because I don't know about anyone else, but you know, getting to sleep sometimes can make me feel anxious, because I'm thinking like, will I go to sleep? Will I go to sleep? Will I go to sleep? And then all of a sudden I'm asleep, right? But I think that's anxiety from the day or from coffee or what have you. And then also, you know, I just, I find that like it's the best thing to start your day. It's better than coffee. It's better than coffee, and we love coffee.
Well, the thing is that it's something, and why I so appreciate you is you're bringing out this idea of anxiety or depression. So many of us don't want to talk about it. We don't want to admit. We just power forward. You know, if we hurt our arm, we don't have any problem saying, oh, I hurt my arm, or if I have the stomach flu, I have the stomach flu. But no one wants to admit, or few people want to admit, oh, they feel sad inside, or they feel insecure. You know, all the other girls are prettier than me. All the other guys are this or that. And it just grows and grows and grows. And the problems of mental health are really accelerating during COVID, but just in general, particularly among people from, you know, from teens to 24, 25. And just you speaking it out, number one, and number two, having something as simple as transcendental meditation, to, along with other things, of course, is not a standalone, but other, as you were talking about, so helpful. So I'm so grateful to you for your standing up about transcendental meditation, but your courage, just even what you just said, no, I'm going to the lighting, you're a beautiful woman, you're a beautiful soul, and you're a gift. And I will talk a little, if you don't mind, a little breathing meditation.
Yes. So before we start the breathing meditation, I wanted everyone to know where they could go to find transcendental meditation. And that would be www.davidlynchfoundation.org. Am I right?
Or yes, that's correct. Or even simpler, www.tm.org. Also.
Oh, better. Okay. Just check out www.tm.org. That should be easy enough for our brains to remember, even though we're so overloaded right now. It's like, it's so funny. It's like, I think it's a really stressful time. It used to be, it shouldn't be this stressful. Obviously COVID and the conditions of the world right now, it's just doubled, tripled, quadrupled. But I think more than ever, meditation is so important. And I got to tell you, last night, Orlando and I were watching Saturn get close to Jupiter, and we said a prayer, and we opened our eyes, and I'm not even lying, because you know I don't lie. A comet went by, and it was 3 seconds long, and it broke off in 3 different parts. I don't know if anyone saw this last night, but I was holding on to Orlando going, oh my God, because I had never seen a comet like that. I've seen a shooting star, but this was like a huge comet that went by, and it was like about 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I was like, wow, we just said a prayer, and then, you know, God showed up in this incredible way. And I was so humbled. And I'm so humbled when I meditate, because there's this absolute stillness. It's like I can really hear God. I can really know myself. I can hear what I need. And I'm just excited to do this meditation with you, but so excited to bring TM.
And I'll say one last thing that, and the beautiful, and you mentioned this early on, is
And
that
I hold on, I got to do one little thing. Orlando just came in
oh,
with avocado toast.
hi, Orlando.
Hey, Bobs. Nice to see you. We had our meditate this morning.
Nice to see you.
He just brought me avocado toast.
I can't hear you, Bob,
Nice.
but it's lovely to see you.
Thank you, honey. I love you.
And the thing that's so wonderful is that, as you said, it's science, that the
Yes.
changes, and it's practical. Oh, I sleep better. Oh, my memory is better. I think more clearly. I solve problems. That person I live with doesn't push my button so many times. I don't lose myself with, and yeah, just all those things as we become healthier. So to learn transcendental meditation, it's not a mass meditation, as you know. You learn it from a teacher. It takes a little bit of time. I'm going to teach a very simple, lovely little breathing meditation. And it's so simple to do. And the reason why breathing is good is that when we're anxious, we often breathe through our mouth, like we get worried. But the thing is, when we breathe through our nose, it brings air up into oxygen up into the brain, and it calms the fear center, and it's called the amygdala. It calms it down, and it also wakes up sort of the creative network. So there's a very simple breathing thing that you can do right before a
Don't
test.
ever call me a shallow breather.
I'm not, you're a deep soul. Anyway.
That is the biggest clap back you could ever say. She's a shallow breather. No.
Okay, what we're going to, this is very simple. We're going to just start, but we're going to breathe in through our nostrils.
Okay.
Slowly. Just slowly up, fill up your lungs up into your face, into your forehead, and then just pause for a bit, and just a second, and then out through your lips, just quietly, and like a soccer ball that's deflating, just your lungs just emptying, and hold it for a second, and then back in slowly, everything easy, back through your nose, up, fill up into your head, pause for a sec, then out through your lips. Till it's empty, then pause for a sec, then back in through your nose. Fill up your lungs, up into your head, hold it for a sec, and then out through your lips.
I hope everyone's doing this with us.
It's so good. You're feeding your brain. There's nothing woo-woo about this. You're just bringing oxygen to your brain. We're going to do this 6 times on your own time. Okay? 6 times. In and out.
6 times,
Is that okay?
guys. Yes, everyone.
6 times.
Let's
You count
do it
yourself.
Together. Let's do it
That's
together.
right.
Ready?
All right. Yeah. So we're gonna start now. We're gonna breathe. You want me to lead it? Should I?
Yes.
Lead it,
I would love for you to lead it for everybody that's
right.
watching, and I would love to just listen and do it.
And you can have your eyes open, eyes closed, whatever you want to do. Completely relaxed. No shoulds. This is your time off. We're meditating with our beloved Katy Perry. What could be better? What could be better? All right. So let's begin. And now. Breathe in through your nostrils, just easy and slow. Up, fill up your lungs, up into your face, your forehead. Hold it, then out through your lips, just quietly. Then let it empty for a minute, and then back in through your nose. Fill up, out through your lips. Just empty, just empty. Hold it, and then back through your nose. Fill it up. You're feeding your brain oxygen. It loves it. It loves you. Then out through your lips. Just let your lungs just empty. 2 more times. Back in through your nose. Fill up, out to your lips. And one more time. In. Hold it. And then all out. And then we'll just sit quietly for 30 seconds. Eyes open or eyes closed. Okay. How was that, Katie?
I should have called you before we did this meditation. Now I feel like so like alive. My brain feels ready to go, and it feels like it can answer all the questions that I need answered today. You know, it's the 21st, it's the winter solstice. We're about to head into the Christmas. I know Hanukkah happened, and everybody's celebrating in their own way.
Kwanzaa is December 26th.
December
Kwanzaa.
26th, that's right. And everybody is having that moment with themselves or with their family, or, you know, it's just that still moment. And I feel, you know, I can feel really overwhelmed, especially as the matriarch of the family. And the one that always likes to have the most fun and create the most fun. I take on a lot, especially during this time. And I feel when I just give myself moments like those, the breathing exercise, TM, I feel like don't get in my way.
Don't get in my way. The brain is, you know, again, what you're doing is the brain is this 3-pound organ. It runs the whole show. When we're sad, when we're happy, when we're focused, when we're anxious, it's all in here. And so simple things like a simple meditation practice, just breathing, and also getting enough sleep when you can, eating well, simple things can, because these are very uncertain times. And the biggest cause of stress is uncertainty. So Katy Perry, God bless you for having me on your show, for being my friend. I adore you. And anything I can ever do for you, I am at your service.
Thank you, Bob Roth. Thank you for giving me the greatest gift, or teaching me the greatest gift 10 years ago. I would encourage everyone that's watching and that has followed along, if you're watching this just now for the first time, to check out Transcendental Meditation. That's www.tm.org, and give yourself the gift of TM next year whenever you can learn it. And it's there for you, all the information. And always know that everything you ever need is already inside of you, and that I love you. And thank you for tuning into this live with Zoe and Bob and celebrating. It's not the end of the world, because it's not the end of the world, and you requested it, and I hear you, I see you, and I love you. Thanks, Bob.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas
New
to
Year.
all of you. Love you
Bye.
guys. Bye.
Bye.
Trying to end it. Bye, guys. Bye, Katie Cat.
How do we